that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Here you are, fishing buddy.
I had good 4Ds and I screwed it up.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It's derail, distract, deviate, and derail.
And I hate it when I frustrate you when I don't. Because you'll make a great joke and then I'm just like, I'm moving on to what I was talking about because I'm trying to remember I have ADHD, so I got to maintain or I will lose what I wanted to talk about. And you'll make a great joke and I'll just like go over it and you'll just laugh because you're like, you fucking dick, you didn't laugh at my joke.
I laughed at my joke. I love to laugh at my joke. If it comes out great.
All right, so we're going to be talking about a film that came out in 94, shot in 93, or is it shot in 92, came out in 93? What year was it? I forget.
94.
94, so it was shot in 93. This was executively produced by Francis Ford Coppola. And what's odd is it's the same studio, but it's a different branch of the studio. So Columbia produced and distributed the first film, Bram Stoker's Dracula. And then this film was done by a subdivision under them, which I can't remember if it was TriStar or what it was. The one with the horse. TriStar.
That's TriStar.
Yeah, and it's a subdivision of the company. It's still the same main studio. And the movie was greenlit because of Coppola's success with Dracula. This is a film they shot for $40 million, and it made $214 million in the box office, which is really good in the 90s. And so they're like, yeah, make us another one. And he was going to direct it, and he didn't direct it. He instead went to the EP position and brought in another director that he respected and admired, is Kenneth Branagh, who is, he had just had a big film with Henry V. And he got him when he was at his most egotistical, which was part of the problem. And the writer of the original screenplay that was greenlit was by Steph Lady, which is actually a dude, by the way.
Oh, you found it out. Good.
No, I absolutely did my due diligent research on this guy. And boy, oh boy, probably one of the biggest detractors of this film is the screenwriters, because Branagh brought in Frank Darabont to write the second draft, which would be the shooting script, but neither of them liked the movie, and even Coppola had issues. But Coppola was so hands-off with this film. The one deal breaker for him, is that he wanted De Niro as the creature. And as long as he got that, he pretty much stayed back and let Branagh do what he did. And Branagh lost his fucking mind, destroyed his marriage with this film.
Why are you calling him Branagh?
It's Kenneth Branagh. You can not pronounce GH, but I've always said
it's Kenneth Branagh.
You can do that.
I've never heard anybody in my life call him Branagh. It's Branagh.
Gary
Kenneth
has
Branagh.
a special way of saying names,
somebody.
Smith. You know that.
Gary has a special.
You just heard somebody do it, so you have.
The first guy in my life ever.
Probably the only guy too.
I don't fuck off, people. Seriously, I'm trying to talk about this movie. And so anyway, you've got Branagh, who's coming off of a big win with Henry V, and he starts working on this film, and he's, I'm the guy that Laurence Olivier said that I was the next Laurence Olivier. It's like, just his ego is just at its worst. He was married to Emma Thompson, another brilliant actor. And while making this film, he has Helena Bonham Carter. Is everybody okay with the way I said that name? Fuck you, I don't care. And basically, he started banging her while making the movie, and kept it pretty well hidden. But it's pretty obvious when you watch the film that there is stuff going on between them. It comes across on camera, and made additional changes with Frank Darabont, and basically said, "This is my movie. I want to make what I see is what Mary Shelley wrote in his, in the book." And I think he did a fair enough job of trying to get some of it across. I really do. I think that he put some stuff in there that I'm glad he put in there. But the fact is, he threw some stuff in there that was purely about him. And in its process, I went to see this in the theater, and I know Martin loves this movie. I did not like it. I don't like De Niro as the creature, but I will tell you, there are two scenes with him in this film that he fucking nailed it. And the one scene is in the ice cave with his threat to Victor Frankenstein, because that's pretty much in the book. And when they stuck to the book is when I was happiest. And then the final scene with the pyre at the end, I get weepy in that scene. I do. I get emotional because it's right out of the fucking book. And that book always got to me. And I have read it, and I was going over, when Anima and I watched it, I would pause and I'd talk about, this was in the book, that wasn't. That was something that they created for this. And the fact is, the two writers, and all people, Frank Darabont is somebody who understands direction. He understands how to direct. He really does. And his beef with Kenneth is notable and harsh. And I got to be honest, I 100% agree with his sentiments about this. Yeah, I know. Well, he did the same shit with his Marvel movie. He did the same shit, which is why the first Thor film is not very good, and he wasn't asked to come back for that reason. He was problematic, and I think he's finally started to chill the fuck out, because I like a lot of the other stuff he's been doing. But Hamlet was the apex of his fucking arrogance. People will say, well, don't you think it's a good film? I said, it's well acted, very well acted, but I don't like the way he shot it. And it was all directorial choices he made with his Hamlet. And it's like, first of all, stick to the period when it was written. It works better. You don't have to eat shit.
Well, before he did Frankenstein, he did Much Ado About Nothing.
Frankenstein.
Gary, all I have to say is just put it on the Ritz, okay?
Put it on the Ritz. When you come to the States,
what the heck,
you got to go
was
to
that?
you and I will do a Halloween thing where you are Dr. Frankenstein and I'll play the creature by Peter Boyle.
I will put on the best ginger Jewish afro you'll ever see in your life. And Anima is like, huh?
I'll try to do my best to play Igor.
You can play Igor.
Yes.
Martin.
Igor.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Anyway, yeah. So Much Ado About Nothing was the one that kind of started his sort of swing between, this is brilliant, or this is too indulgent, and this is stupid.
Very indulgent. But Emma Thompson, oh my God, she is so wonderful. I will watch any movie with her. She is so fucking good. The same thing with Dead Again, you know, self-indulgent, but in the end, she saves the movie for me. I think she's just magnificent. And
if you want to watch a brave movie, we'll call it Brave, of Emma Thompson, watch I think it's Thank You, Leo Grand. It's really new. It's like from 2022. It's let's just say she went further than Basic Instinct.
Oh.
If you could imagine.
get the fuck out of here.
Interesting.
I'm saying she's brave because she did that past 60. I don't know how old exactly, but she's past 60. And there's no touch-ups or makeups or anything. There's an actual story. But it's whatever she did she was very brave.
I dig her a lot. I think she's probably one of the best female actors of the last 40 years. I put her right up there with Judi Dench, above Judi Dench, but tied with God, she was in Red. What the fuck's her name? Excalibur.
Helen Mirren.
I put them in the same league.
I would put her above Sally Field, and I've seen every single Oscar-winning performance from Sally Field. She takes her by a mile as an actress, like an actress.
There's a movie with Alan Rickman that Thompson did that I fucking love. It's a romantic comedy where her husband, who she was deeply loved,
Love Actually.
Yeah. I love that fucking movie, dude.
Me too.
Great fucking movie.
That is my Christmas movie.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It is a great fucking movie, man. Alan Rickman and Emma Thompson were best friends in real life, and their chemistry is just some of the best on screen I've ever seen. You know, and I love that fucking movie. So at least Francis Ford Coppola got it right with Dracula. I think he got it right with this film until he hired Kenneth Branagh. I think that he should have been more of a boss and reined him in. And I think the film would have been much different. Who knows if he'd actually done his job? I think that he might not have fucked his marriage up in making it.
Oh, he fucked it up like the movie before. Trust me.
So, but in this one, you've got the two screenwriters. Steph Lady, who wrote the initial script, said, quote unquote, the film was a shocking disappointment, a misshapen monster born of Kenneth Branagh's runaway ego. He took a poignant, thought-provoking tragedy and turned it into a heavy metal monster movie. The casting of De Niro, that's Francis Ford Coppola's fault, as the monster was beyond explicable. And that's Coppola, that's not Kenneth that did that. Now, Frank Darabont, on the other hand, said, the best script I ever wrote and the worst movie I've ever seen. And I feel bad because Martin loves this movie so much. And I will say nice things about this film because there are some good stuff in this. There are some great moments in it. And I do believe those two scenes in particular, when he confronts Victor up in that ice cave, man, and threatens him, is one of my favorite moments right out of the book. And then the next one, of course, is the end, when the captain of the ship, played by a very good actor, tells him to leave because they offer to take him. And that's in the book too. They offer to take him with them. And he goes, no, leave me. I shall set myself on a pyre. And I'm like, it's not really clear in the book if he meant to burn the body, but I'm assuming that that's what that meant, was that he was going to create a pyre for his father and he was going to die with him. And that's how I've always interpreted that in the book. One reason this Frankenstein adaptation appealed to me was the Arctic scenes. Exactly. But if you go, because next week we're going to be doing the film with the foremost expert on the film, will be our guest, the guy who wrote the book about the movie Frankenstein, the True Story, which really was a Hammer film without being a Hammer film. It was made for TV, and it has an amazing cast, including James Mason is in it, Sir John Gielgud is in it, and Sir Richard. Oh my God, I just forgot his last. Ralph Richardson. Ralph Richardson. It's all about horrors of being an outsider. Also, on top of that, it was a female's perspective writing about the subconscious horrors of birth and creating. And no, I got to tell you, I actually understand it. I've delivered over 200 babies in my medical career. And,
so is that why they decided that his mom dies in childbirth? Because in the book, she dies of an illness.
No, she died from, she dies from cholera.
I forgot which.
Scarlet fever. She got scarlet fever and died. But they have her die in childbirth, and that was in there just for that reason. Because it's true. A good percentage of women would die in childbirth at that time. And they also threw in something interesting, that the doctors would often go shirtless when they gave birth. And I don't know if that was to keep gore off of their clothing or what, but that's true. Rutger Hauer is underrated for sure. Look, I knew the guy. He was fucking wonderful. I would have put, by the way, I want to point out another man that I was friends with, him and his wife, Dylan, is Drew Struzan died this week. And it just fucking broke me for a whole day. And I'm glad I didn't have to do anything yesterday. Because that man, oh my God, he has helped me so much in my career, been there for me. And the only thing I gave back to him, and I did bring this up yesterday, is that I'm the person who inspired him to start sculpting. And he went back to art school to become a capable sculptor. And I got this wonderful letter from him that he was doing that. And it's because he really liked my sculptures. And I thought, if I did that for him, I've done one good thing in his life. And you never see any of his sculptures. He does not show them off. They're personal. The only time you might catch it is in the background somewhere when they would shoot photos or video around their house. And we are going to have another mutual friend of his on, Eric Sharkey, is going to be joining us. He's the one who directed the documentary about Drew Struzan, and he's a good friend of mine. And he's got the long COVID, and so he keeps being in and out of hospitals, man. It's rough on him. And but he's going to join us, and I'm probably going to make it a point to talk a lot about Drew Struzan when he's on here, because Eric, like me, developed a long-term friendship between Drew and his wife, Dylan. And that's one thing we share in common, is that love for both of them. They're wonderful people. Sad we never got to see Fred Ward in Silverado or Tombstone type film. Yeah, look, man, Fred Ward, one of my favorite tough guy actors. I fucking love the guy. He was the only actor, I think, capable of playing Gus Grissom, because he had that fucking face like a boxer that had been hit one too many times. Oh, I love Time Rider. We are going to do that one, Castler. We are going to do that film eventually, because Mike Nesmith produced that film. If people don't know that. Mike Nesmith of the Monkees produced the movie Time Rider.
Except for his age.
Are you going to do Remo Williams, The Legend Continues?
Yes.
We can do it again.
Yes. I like that movie a lot, despite the fact that they have a white guy playing an Asian in it, which always bugs me. It bugged me.
Wasn't he Jewish?
Yeah. Little Jewish guy. Him and his daughter. I got upset when she had her nose job, because one of the most attractive things about her was her fucking nose. I loved her prominent nose.
Who was his daughter?
Ferris Bueller's sister.
Jennifer. He's Jennifer Grey's dad?
Yeah.
That's perfection.
She ruined
I didn't know
her
that.
face. It took
She
out
did.
all the character when she did that.
I
People
know.
underestimate
She
how
was
much the nose makes
beautiful.
your face.
I
Yeah.
loved her face. She was gorgeous. And then she fucked it up and got this little tiny button nose thing going. It's like, oh.
That cookie
No,
cutter
thank
thing that everybody has. So stupid.
Yeah, I know. Sting did it too. A lot of people don't know that. He had a Malcolm McDowell nose, and then he had it fixed. My favorite Branagh film is a short, tight, very well acted yet disturbing HBO piece called Conspiracy. I don't know if I've seen that one, buddy.
I have not heard of that.
Conspiracy. Oh no, I'm thinking about Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson.
I love that movie.
I love that movie too.
We are going to do that. It's going to be a Wednesday movie, so you'll be able to be here.
I always try, but I told you why I've been staying away for a bit.
I know.
I mean, today I stretched it a little bit.
Well, one, it's super late for you there in Israel,
Yeah.
but the fact is I will never bug you. But the fact is, you are welcome here every single time.
I know. That's why I show
we
up.
love you so much. We love you so much. And I speak not for myself. I know Martin loves you, and I know Anima loves you. Joe, on the other hand, I can't guarantee he loves you.
What's up with Joe? He put up this cryptic message about his YouTube getting taken down?
No, it's not getting taken down. Because of work, he was forced to go to a mandatory meeting as well as deal with stuff for his mom. And he got screwed out of doing his show today. And he was really upset about it. And I understand. It's because I told him, is there anything Martin and I can do, to help?
It happens.
I probably should have told him to just jump in here and add his channel to it so we can be streaming to his channel. But yes, Sanders, stop yelling.
Yeah, please.
Nah,
it makes them so big when we put them on screen.
Yes, Conspiracy is about the 1C conference where the Yahtzees decided upon the final solution. Oh,
Vanzay? Was he trying to say Vanzay?
I'm
It's
almost
Vanzay.
sure I have that movie.
Oh my God, that movie is so awful. That monster, cross-eyed fucking monster, is so fucking goofy looking. The first real monster that I thought was really well done. I love the Golem, which is from an old European Jewish folklore.
Yep.
And I really love that movie. There he is. Aidan Quinn is this guy's name. Really good actor. He was also in another favorite film of mine, Michael Collins with Liam Neeson. Alan Rickman's in that too. Great film.
He was in Legends of the Fall. He was in Benny and
Brother,
June. He had a good run in the 90s.
90s going into the 2000s. Then in the 20-teens, he played the part of the chief or police captain of the precinct that Sherlock worked with on the TV series Elementary, the American Sherlock Holmes show, which they were threatened by the BBC. You venture into Sherlock Holmes territory too much, we will shut your show down. And then what do? They don't even make Sherlock Holmes. They deconstruct Sherlock Holmes for their series Sherlock. And
I loved it. It's a really good show. It was a really good show.
First season was good. I had problems.
Oh yeah, first season was good. 3. The other ones.
So one amusing thing that they do here is, they say the lead-in to the 18th century or 19th century, the 19th century, and they talk about this voyage, which actually took place in the 1800s. And then after they do this little opening scroll, they cut to 1794. And I'm like, that's not when the voyage took place. You actually said it in the opening scroll when it took place. But okay, whatever. So that was one of my historical beefs with the opening of the film.
Someone was just not looking at their pocket watch. That's all.
Something happened.
I blame it on the script assistant or whatever.
Oh, you don't blame it on the rain?
No. I blame it on the weatherman.
So
Oh, God.
in reality, they do kind of follow the structure of how the story gets told, because the story is told to us through memories by Victor on the ship as he's dying. My beef with this is he does not look like he's dying, and he was dying.
No, he's acting way too fit and healthy.
Yeah,
Actually,
right
it's
there.
memories of two people. First, it's the memory of the captain, the opening scene, and in the end, we go back to the captain because he's dead. And the whole big middle part is his basically journal entries that we follow.
Yep.
Okay.
Hi, Zax.
Hi, Zach.
Fuck up, Kyle.
I do also love a lot of the filming locations in this movie. I like that they kept the tragedy of his brother. This stairwell is meant to be a throwback to the old Universal movies with the entryway and the open stairwells like that. Dracula.
Stairwells that don't have handrails on the outward side give me anxiety.
Yeah, I would
It's a
not.
death trap.
I'll go. So the bathroom's upstairs, right? Yeah. Nothing downstairs. Right. I'm going outside. I am not going to walk upstairs like that. Brenna did make a chilling Hedrick.
They're talking about conspiracy.
Mine said that movie was a good expose of the
Yes,
banality
yes,
of
it
evil.
is.
Yeah. There's another word that I don't pronounce the way some other people pronounce.
Look at that. Liam Neeson as a
Some people say banal. I say it when it's in that form.
Banal?
Banality is correct, but it is banal.
yeah,
Is the way I
banal.
was taught to pronounce that word, not banal. I think that Liam would have been a much better monster than De Niro, and he was an actor at the time this movie was made, getting big.
De Niro is just overrated. I don't know why he ever made it that big. He's not that good.
Maybe I was
Maybe,
gonna say maybe Liam Neeson rejected it because he didn't want to fall into the same dark man
Nobody was
thing.
Nobody was considered.
I know.
I wish they'd had someone like him. John Osteen says Liam would have been a good Frankenstein monster. He seems to have the face and personality for it. Absolutely is the monster. Frankenstein is not the monster. Frankenstein is the doctor that made him. Creature. If he ever had a name at all, it's mentioned in the book, and it is kind of loosely mentioned in the film that Anna and I started watching the other day, Frankenstein, A True Story, that they refer to him as his Adam.
Yeah. Because Adam was made, not born. So that's logic.
But, I like the fact at the end that Victor is basically kind of a god to the monster, and he's angry at God, and which is why he lashes out at the other things that belong to God. There, of course, this is his mother, dead. But they left some really good stuff there, like the maid is set up by the creature for the murder of Victor's little brother. Yeah, another thing I have about this movie, all the fucking yelling. Like, it's such ham-fisted acting. It's so fucking annoying.
It's not ham-fisting. It's called overacting. They teach it in the British, in the British theater, because you have to talk to the back of the the back of the theater. So
You have to remember,
Yeah,
Branagh
overacting is ham-fisted.
Branagh,
Ham-fisted acting.
Branagh comes from theater, and he tried to
Yeah, I
make
know
it.
that. I said
and-
that at the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
And he was called the next Olivier by Olivier.
and this is an opera. That's
It's
the
not
thing.
because right,
operatic.
it's stage acting. But you should
Yeah,
be
this
able
is
to
all
adapt.
stage
You're not on the
acting.
stage, you're in front of a
film.
camera. You need to tone it the fuck down.
Yeah, it's like every good stage actor that goes to film tells you you don't act the same way in a film that you do on stage.
That's
By
what-
the way, I found this
that's what they.
I found this scene really stupid.
Go ahead, Matt.
It's trying telling that to Patrick Stewart. Oh yeah, they did tell him. it didn't stop him though.
You can tell these Royal Shakespearean guys, man. You look at like one of my favorite moments in Henry V is really kind of overacted, but it's done correctly because it's Shakespeare, which is the great St. Crispin's Day speech. And I'm like, yep, that's fucking good. That's good Shakespeare right there. That scene with Branagh and De Niro with all the I fucking hate that scene. I fucking hate that scene, and Anima hated that scene. Like, oh my god, this is so disgusting.
That's the idea.
Oh, all the lube, yeah, the amniotic fluid. That was fucking disgusting and unnecessary. Then he's doing it again with her.
Hey, is that a clarinet I see?
I forgot the name of that thing.
It looks like an oboe and a clarinet had a kid.
They had a kind of a hybrid instrument.
So
like
it's
that.
what, an obonet or claribow?
Yeah, something like that. I forgot the name. It's basically a
Claribow.
hybrid of those two.
He was truly chilling his hydric. Yeah.
That's where he gets his
Hulse.
journal.
Yeah, Sandra, you're right. Tim Hulse is great in this film. And by the way, Shinatsky said something the other day about Clavel being gay for Frankenstein. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was so stupefied that I didn't know how to respond to him. And so I went back and I'm like, where is that in the book? It is nowhere in the book. I'm like, I don't know what Shinatsky was talking about. And that's why I was kind of hoping he might show up today. So I'd ask him, what the fuck were you talking about? Because it's not in Mary Shelley's book.
You can ask him that on Saturday because he's working right now. He can't make the Wednesday show.
I know. I'll bring it up when we watch the next Frankenstein film. Like, what the fuck were you talking about? Like, maybe he was talking about that specific film. I don't know. John Cleese, yeah, he's really good in this. A lot of people don't realize he's got false teeth that make his teeth kind of stick out.
I was surprised to see him in this. Bad Snorri. Also, show me a pocket that fits a whole clarinet.
Oh, talking about Snorri.
There you go. You know what? That's what's wrong with this movie. The director acts according to his conscience, but he's still not getting on with the rhythm of the material he's supposed to get on with. Well, he's doing stage acting in a film, and that rarely works.
And he's
It'll
dragging
work with
her into
Shakespeare.
it, and I hate it because I love Helen Bonham Carter. I love her as an actor, but she gets dragged into the overacting in this movie, and it just takes you out.
I
English
like
film.
overacting in this movie. So, again, I'm the black sheep today.
I'm a bad bear. Dexter Fletcher.
It's not
might
like we
have
hated
insight.
it.
Yeah.
We just have
Yeah, but
issues with
sadly,
that.
this movie wasn't going to be made without De Niro as the creature. Coppola made it clear. There's no negotiating. I also dislike that they changed things at the hutch where the family lived and the old blind guy, because the story is much more. Oh, what happened? We lost Mephisto.
I don't know.
Nope, no
There's
messages.
nothing in the chat.
Yeah, that was back when she would do films with Tim Burton when they were a thing.
Oh, she's wonderful.
And I do.
and everything.
I like Sweeney Todd. I do like that version. You are not a bad bear, Snort. You're just furred that way.
For it that way. Oh, he's back.
So-
What happened?
So don't press on the red X.
Boomer.
I've done that in the past, meaning to hit my camera, and I hit the wrong button, and I'm out. And I'm like, God
Yeah, I
damn
was
it.
just trying to open a tab and then I pressed the X instead.
Oh,
Gary
but
has
that-
left the studio just because he was taking his pills. Because that thing hit his keyboard.
Oh, Castellaro.
Julian Sands would have been very good as Victor.
Now we can double as the bodies.
Oh, come on, man. That's just mean.
Yeah, he absolutely, it was a non-negotiable deal that he was the one that was going to be in the film. So when Steph Lady, the original screenwriter, had a problem with it and was attributing it to Kenneth, it was not Kenneth that brought De Niro on. That was Coppola.
I mean, he could have been
Coppola.
a great Dr. Frankenstein.
Possibly. My problem with him, like so many of the roles played by that group of actors that were all friends from New York, is that they forget to leave their New York accent out. And I just don't know if De Niro could do that. Because it was the thing that was the biggest thing about Last Temptation is fucking the cast, especially Harvey Keitel as Judas. Jesus, what you got to understand is, and it's like, he didn't even try to sound like he was from Israel. He's just like fucking New York. You got to go back, Jesus, or we're all dead. You're undoing the world. Like, thanks, Harvey. Great acting.
Thanks. How are the things in Flatbush, New York?
Yeah, Flatbush. And I don't get me wrong, I like that movie, The Last Temptation. I thought it was a powerful statement. But good grief, man. All those New York accents in that movie, Harvey's the worst. But they all had New York accents. What's his name? Who played the Green Goblin plays Jesus in it.
Defoe.
Oh,
Willem Dafoe, man, his accent. Coppola has developed some of the dementia chasing girls. Look, man, I don't like Coppola because he's also the guy that defended the writer director of Jeepers Creepers, who was a convicted PDF. And he defended him and still defends him. And I lost all my respect for him after that. For Dracula, Willem Dafoe would have been a good cast member in Dracula with Gary Oldman. I agree. If they didn't have Anthony Hopkins playing Van Helsing, I would have loved to have seen Dafoe. And he kind of plays him in the new film, too. Oh, when he was younger? Yeah, as Renfield. Although it's hard to see anybody outside of Tom Waits playing that character.
Yes.
I just because he's so fucking perfect.
In fact, every time I see Tom Waits everywhere, I said, that's Renfield.
Yep. Best Renfield on film. Absolutely. Mr. Frankenstein here at yeah, this doctor is the typical from the period. Mary Shelley references some of the people from the period. In fact, two famous doctors are straightforward inspirations for Victor Frankenstein. Johann Conrad Dippel was a 17th century alchemist and physician who is rumored to have conducted experiments with corpses at Castle Frankenstein in Germany. While his direct connection to the Shelleys is debated, the association with the castle and his unorthodox pursuits have led some to believe that he was one of the role models for Frankenstein. But here's the big one. Esmus Darwin, the grandfather of Charles Darwin. He was a physician and scientist who studied the potential of electricity to reanimate dead tissue. Mary Shelley mentions him in the preface to Frankenstein, and his experience with galvanism are well known. And galvanism is what Frankenstein is using in this. So, what's this? I just saw. Well, he was in the Frankenstein movie in the 80s. And so therefore, I don't think he would have been in the film because of that association. Who is Victor Salve? Oh, yeah, that asshole. Yeah, the PDF. Yes, piece of shit. He's a real fucking piece of shit. And again, that's one of those things where you have to separate the art from the artist because
Yes, but
like the movie Jeepers Creepers.
there is no way I'm gonna stop watching Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, no way either. It's a great fucking movie. And by the way, that whole opening of that movie based on a true story with the truck and seeing the guy at the church. That was from an incident that took place back in the 80s, possibly even back in the 70s. And it was featured on Unsolved Mysteries. And if you watch that episode where they talk about this incident, it's almost shot for shot what they used in the movie. With the vehicle coming up behind him and they pull over so he can go by him and shit. Fuck, man. That whole opening part is based on an actual incident that involved a murder. Yeah, the real creeper was the director. Oh, man. I was done with Coppola after that. Done with him. And that he still continues to defend him is disgusting to me. He became a repugnant person, in my opinion, Coppola. It made me wonder about him, that he would defend such behavior. Here it is. There's John Cleese.
Dude,
And
he
there are
was
little
almost
elements.
unrecognizable.
Oh my God. There's a point in this film when he's talking right before he dies that I wondered if that was even Cleese's voice, because it doesn't sound anything like Cleese. The rest of the scenes does, and I wondered if he didn't come back and they had another actor dub, do some additional dialogue for him, because it sounded nothing like him. You have Kessler. Let me tell you, I was at the Dungeon, which is still, right off campus at Eastern Illinois University, where I went to school. And the Dungeon was the pub, where all of us fucking serious party guys would go to, because they always had the best bands. And the day that it was announced that he had died, we were at the Dungeon, and the band The Drovers from Chicago, an Irish folk rock band, featured in the movie Backdraft. And they were a great fucking band. Anytime they came to town, we went to see the Drovers. And they made the announcements on stage. And I was already 4 sheets to the wind, hammered on Guinness. because that's the other thing I like that place. They had Guinness on tap, and we're all drinking, holding our glasses up, and crying, blubbering because John Candy was dead. And then I was going to get laid by this girl, and I played the part of my roommate's Irish cousin from Derry, Ireland. And it was so funny. This is how fast it happened. He walks up and he says the name of this one girl, and he says the name of the other girl, and he says, "This is my cousin, Jerry from Ireland." And I said, "How are you ladies doing then?" "Oh, it's grand meeting you." Aye. And they wanted to make sure I was really Irish. They were testing me, and I'm like, I fucking lived over there. I know all sorts of shit about Ireland. I can fucking fool anybody. So I went on that night, and we ended up going to a party afterward. Because after the bar closes at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, everybody wanders out and either goes home or we go, because I didn't allow us to drive anymore because I drove drunk one time and I got mad at my roommate for letting me. And so we walked down the street, went to this house for a private party. She's sitting on my lap, stroking my hair, and I'm telling funny little anecdotal stories from Ireland. And this guy just keeps staring at me. And I know him from the Uptowner pub, downtown Charleston. And I keep looking at him like, don't fucking talk to me. Because I can tell he's trying to figure out why I'm doing an Irish brogue. And finally he says, "Gary, what's with the fucking accent?" And I just looked at him and I just stared at him. And then I could see her because I'm not looking at her. She's like right here on my lap. She's looking at him, looking back at me, looking at him, looking back at me. She gets up, goes in the other room, grabs her friends, and leaves. And I just kept staring at him. And he goes, "What?" I said, "I'm not going to tell you what you just did. But every time you fucking see me at the Uptowner, you better buy me a beer. Or I'm going to punch you in the face." And then he found out later that he cock-blocked me. That was a sure thing that night, man. And worse than he did just cock-block me, cock-blocked my roommate, Tom. And Tom comes walking and go, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Don't talk to me." And I pointed at him. He goes, "What did you do?" And he's, "I don't know." Michael Caine would have been a perfect Frankenstein. Well, he would have been perfect in Dracula as Van Helsing. I don't know about if you're talking about like the traditional Phantom of the Opera and not the fucking musical. He'd have been good in that. I don't know about Frankenstein. His East End accent would have killed it.
Gary.
They were women, Gary. You should have thanked him. I like women.
But you
And turtles.
All right.
Women and turtles.
I'm going to go to bed earlier than I expected because I'm
Go
literally
away, Mephisto.
holding back the yawns, okay?
I'm getting sick of your face. Get out of here.
Yeah. Keep calling him Bragg or Branagh or whatever you want to call him.
Branagh.
I'm just joking.
Branagh.
Call him whatever you like. I am not your dad.
Because it's the original name that led to the name Brannigan. If you didn't know that.
I did not know that. All right.
I'm Irish, so I know shit like that.
Gonna leave you there. Toodaloo.
Arrivederci. Mephisto.
I did call my daughter today idiota. And she's like, "Why are you calling me that?" It's like, stop being an idiot. I will not call you an idiot.
I remember the Italian nun, saying this to me when I was in Catholic school: "Testadora, escuch," which means listen up, knucklehead, or pay attention, knucklehead.
Yes, correct. Correctamundo.
Correctamundo, hey. Those was in Flatbush.
All right. Anyway, I'll try to be here on Friday if I can. But
okay, brother.
No promises. All right. Love you too, guys. Bye.
Bye, man.
See you,
Bye.
man. I love that guy so much. I really do. Absolutely, D-Bud, please do. And hey, check this one out. Look what I did. If you would like to follow Mephisto, Run your phone right over that. That'll take you straight to his YouTube channel. And the links to his Twitter account are on there as well. If you're not part of our Facebook group, which is a lot of fun, by the way, a lot of good shit gets posted there. Run your phone over that one. It will take you to our Facebook group. I haven't pushed to grow it, but I definitely want our regular audience to be on there. You'll enjoy it if you're not already on there, and I know some of you are. You will have a lot of fun. We have a blast on that group. Martin, all of us, we're all posting on there. Joe posts on there too. I don't think Anima does, but she doesn't do anything.
I'm not big on social media. There are too many idiots out there.
You're not big.
But you do. You do comment. I'm teasing you. You do comment and you like a lot of stuff that I post on there and that Martin posts. But speaking of things that Anima likes and dislikes, this episode is brought to you by Backdoor Beaver.
Fuck
Best
you,
popcorn
Gary.
in town.
Shut the fuck up and put that fugly thing away.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Almost done, baby. Don't forget with Backdoor Beaver, you get that delicious, buttery beaver anal gland butter. It's all natural. Like arsenic is all natural.
And not to be upstaged by Gary, I have something for you, Anima. It's a combination, a fusion of two things that you love. Let's go.
Beatles.
Oh my god.
Beetle Muppets. There you go.
Oh my god. And yes, Gary, I saw the post that you made on Facebook. Yes, I hate the Muppets, but I do love Drew's work. So even if Drew draws the Muppets,
Drew was the official artist of the Muppet movies. He was selected by Jim Henson himself to be the official artist. And I love that. And that Jim Henson always made it clear he has free reign to do what he wants for the movie posters. So every poster you ever saw, that was all Drew Struzan's ideas, not theirs. There's no approval process. Just pay him his check and thank him. And by the way, one of my favorite characters in the Frankenstein story is Clovel. I love his characters. He's the best friend, man. And he's with him. And he ends up being killed by the monster.
Not in this one, at least.
No, he survives in this one. But he died at the house that night. When he killed the bride, he killed him as well.
He was thorough.
There was no turning his bride, Elizabeth, into the bride of Frankenstein. The bride was a whole separate thing. And that he was to make that female for him. And then Frankenstein realizes, what if they try to procreate? And he destroys the female himself. And with Clovel there. And then out of rage, the creature attacks Elizabeth and kills her. As an act of revenge. And he'd already killed his brother. He killed his brother, and that was when he threatened him. Because he went hunting the creature for killing his brother. And the creature got him and forced him to listen. And he says, I will do worse to you if you don't make me my bride. And I don't recall if he wanted the because he framed that maid to be killed. And so I can't remember in the book if that was who he picked. Because they show that in this movie.
It was the maid,
It makes sense to me that's what it was in the book, I think. I didn't
have time to read the whole book today, but I did my research. And yeah, he frames her. And Frankenstein knows it, but he doesn't do anything about it. Other than in this movie where he at least tries
he
to
absolutely
yell at them,
believes she's innocent. He knows she's innocent. And But I do want to point out that your argument about logic is so perfect. Like, why the fuck did he cut Elizabeth's head off to put it on her body when he could have just cut out her heart and given it to Elizabeth?
Because he wants a very nice chest without scars.
I've seen Helena Bonham Carter's titties. Fuck that noise.
He didn't want the scar.
Well, that's
Well,
too bad.
he does it with her
He's
right
got-
hand
he's
too,
got a
and
scar
that
here
made no
anyway.
sense.
Yeah, it was just
And all the scars on her head, it makes no sense.
and
to
I
go
hadn't
into the
even
head.
considered that before. I had never even really thought that much about it because I wasn't enjoying the film at that point. I was really frustrated by a lot of these scenes. And but that one was a perfect logic argument. And I really liked your logic argument there that it would have made far more sense to put the girl's heart into her body and bring her back.
Well, the whole ribcage
So it could
was,
still have those delicious Helena Bonham Carter titties.
yeah, but the
'Cause they
ribcage
are
was
pretty.
trash, man. That ribcage was useless.
Well, he didn't go through the chest. He went through her abdomen. They show the blood up here, but the fact is he
Yeah.
reached up under her rib cage, grabbed the heart and pulled it out. With his hand, went right through the skin into her upper abdomen under the rib cage and pulled the heart out. So he would have had to
If
have
he's
split-
able to attach a head and
Right.
everything is functioning, you can fix that.
Yeah, it's far more
And the
complicated
hand made no sense too.
to do the central nervous system than it is to reconnect a new heart.
Well, not according to Mary Shelley. She just think that you saw things and that's
Who?
Mary Shelley.
Oh, Mary Shelley. Because I didn't know what the fuck you just said.
Don't
I'm
worry.
Yeah, but in
sorry.
the book, he rips her head off. He doesn't tear her heart out. He rips her head off in the book. So yeah, the head needed to be reattached.
And that's true. That's true. He didn't rip her heart out. He tore her head off when he killed her. Maybe the monster was a leg, man. Shut up, D-Bud. I don't mean that. I like when you talk. So you just keep on talking. Hey, Gambit with talking about another movie here that's not related to what we're doing today. JFK 1999 is enjoyably
Gambit
great
does. Let
with a
it
bunch
be.
of great actors at its disposal. This is where I wonder if he's a cocaine guy.
It's without
I hate
Chandler.
this scene.
They're having their own conversation sometimes.
Oh, I know. Gambit knows I'm just teasing. Oh, wait. I was going for this one, 1794. Interesting time period, but that's not when the story takes place. The story in there takes place right around 1818.
That's when she wrote it, 1818.
Absolutely, because he was angry for being abandoned. And because he learned to read from staying in that little village hut, in the farm barn, miniature barn thing that he lived in. And by the way, that was the other thing, because he saves the girl from being shot, the little girl.
From drowning. And he gets shot for it.
That's it. Yeah. He saves her from drowning and then gets shot for it. And I didn't like that
they think he's
that.
attacking her.
And in this one, they make it look like it was over the grandpa, which made no sense. It's like the daughter, if not for him, the daughter would have drowned.
And the girl is not a toddler anymore. She is capable of talking.
No,
So
she's
when
like
she
9.
runs to her parents, she tells the parents he's hurting grandpa.
Yeah,
She doesn't
grandpa
tell them
should have got up.
the bad guy.
Grandpa should have got between the creature and his son. He should have gotten between them. In good writing, blind or not, he knows where the guy is. He should have got up and put his arms out. No, but you let these things happen. Whereas when he's rescuing her from the water, he shoots him because he thinks he's drowning her.
Who
When he's
shoots him?
actually trying to. The father.
The father? Okay.
The girl's
Yeah,
father.
he gets
But question. In that scenario, the creature had that emotional attachment that he has in. Okay.
he loves these people because he listens to them every night. and they are
They
actually
also changed
tutoring. They're tutoring other people. There was a stranger who
children.
didn't speak the language, and so they were no, not the children. It was this adult
in the book.
that they were teaching their language in the book, and that's where he learned to speak. This scene just went on too fucking long. It was so fucking gross, and it's clear he's wearing a bodysuit.
When they keep slipping and falling, and it's just like,
It's
another thing that they changed was he didn't go out on the field and harvest for them. He was chopping firewood in the book,
keeping them warm.
Yep. Although they are standing there talking and having the door open in winter, which was weird.
I have to go back and see that. I don't remember that, dude. I don't remember that video. I'll check that out after the show. What is this, Santana? Yes, both Conspiracy and JFK are must-see films. Absolutely agreed. And then Sanders says, gay.
Hey.
He's talking about the slip sliding scene because it's really over the top. And it is. It's just fucking like overdone slapstick. But I did hear a song in my head. Do you know what song that is, Martin, that I heard when they were doing it?
God. No.
Come on, take a guess. Come on.
No.
Slip sliding away.
Well, I don't know.
Paul Simon. Slip sliding. Don't know Paul Simon's hit? Oh, my.
I'm a metalhead. I do not listen to pop music.
Even metal artists like Paul Simon.
He needs to pull that gurney up under the ceiling and then drives it around the room until it's over the top. What the fuck, man? Such a weird machine.
Welcome to another episode of Let's Shit on a Movie Martin Likes.
We're not shitting on the movie. We're shitting on parts of it.
And we're not shitting on you.
No, because I'm not there physically.
No, we're not shitting on your taste. Because I can understand why you like this film.
Look, Sander did it.
Slide like an eagle. Oh yeah, it's not the words. Shut up, Sander. Here's the song I'm talking about. For those of you that don't know, that are music heathens, Paul Simon's "Slip Sliding Away."
There you go. It's in the chat, people.
And I'm going to put it here in the private chat too, so you know the song, whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter, but you'll at least know the joke I was making. I think there are parts that are faithful to the book, but no, this movie is not faithful to the book in a lot of the decision making in the film. But I will give you this, that he brought in Darabont specifically to read the book and bring more elements from the book into the movie. Relax, go to it. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Yeah, that's a song about nasty sex. There was a Tales from the Crypt episode called "Report from the Grave," which is sort of a Frankenstein tale. I've seen every episode, so I don't remember that one, but I will check it out because I love that show.
Even George Lucas has cannibalized this story because Anakin, he's Victor.
Frankenstein monster. That's right.
He's Victor, and then he becomes the monster.
Well, I've always seen the Emperor as Victor.
No, he is Victor because he's the one obsessed trying to find a way to make people immortal using the Force.
I will tell you this one thing I also like. I do like the makeup on his face. Very well done. They had done this dental floss thing here where it tightens and it looks like there's a scar here, but then they also added a small hook that holds his lip up perfectly. And he had to learn to talk with this thing. And by the way, he did research himself on people who have had strokes learning to speak again.
You see, that's why he talks like a New Yorker.
He doesn't talk like a New Yorker. He actually, I don't hear his accent much in this movie. But if he had played Victor, I don't think he could have hidden his Brooklyn accent.
I think this is the scene that makes Shinovsky think that Harry has a thing for Victor.
And he doesn't. He's just his best friend.
In fact, I think he liked Justine, and it was reciprocal. Well, Henry was a second prize for Justine because she was really in love with Victor. I'm talking about the movie. This
Yeah, because in the book it doesn't have anything, that he has no romantic interest in anybody within the story. And that he is just a devoted friend to Victor. Because he believed and agreed with him with galvanism. He absolutely did. Oh yeah, she finally delivered an F-bomb. Look at that.
No, she has dropped like 3 of them.
Well, since John Osteen's been here.
Yeah, that's the first one that he catches. First one on his counter. I cannot go an hour and 8 minutes without an F-bomb. That's fucking impossible.
You see?
Oops, there you go. No filter. That's why we panicked when we were about to start on KGRA and we thought we had to go PG.
Yeah.
We practiced in our private conversations, Gary and I, and we decided, yeah, we're fucked. We can't do it.
Well,
yeah, by the way, I do like that song, Give Me Love. It's a good song. I'm a big George Harrison fan, more than any of the other Beatles.
You don't give yourself enough credit, Anima. You have cleaned up substantially. I mean,
I'm sorry, I was looking at something and didn't hear the conversation. What are we talking about? What did Anima say?
How you have cleaned up the language on streams. And I think
I've cleaned up my language a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was telling him about before starting on KGRA that we were practicing in our private conversations and we just were failing miserably at it.
But then the station manager said, "Oh no, we're fine with your language. We actually think that's funny.
We like you the way you are." Yeah.
And I turned to Don and I said, "Fuck you, Don."
Yeah, you could have told us that, you fucker.
And Don said, "Those sons of bitches."
Yeah, he let us do for a couple of weeks, probably knowing that we were panicking. Knowing Don, he enjoyed it. I like that the monster is drawn to music. I guess that's in the book too.
Yes. Also in the original Frankenstein.
I like it in the cave monologue when he says, "Those things are not as much learned, but remembered."
Well, they bring that up in the film, which I like that now I get it more with the brain. The body is something else, because muscle memory doesn't work the way they try to show it.
No,
but that he knows how to play that he knows how to play the piccolo would actually be what's his name, John Cleese's characters, having played the instrument.
Welcome, Basco Scenario.
Hey, what's up, Basco? How you doing? I like that avatar. It's pretty cool looking.
It is.
I love Paul Simon, man. He was my Peter Gabriel before Peter Gabriel, because I love the way he wrote lyrics. I just fucking love these scenes that are happening. And you understand the drive of this creature, his frustration and anger All he wants is a mate so he can fuck off and go live with her alone up somewhere north where they can live out their lives. And I thought that was a wonderful sentiment. And he couldn't even fucking do that because he's afraid that they might procreate, something he doesn't know. So Victor dooms his family by doing that. It costs him his wife and it costs him his father.
Which is stupid
Well,
because if
first
he's
his
making
brother,
the
and
bride,
then the father dies from grief.
but if
Yeah,
he's
broken
making
heart.
the bride, he can just take out the womb and that's it.
Right?
Exactly.
Take out her reproductive organs. Give her a full tubal ligectomy. I remember that from all my medical training as a nurse and paramedic. Victor was stupid. And that's the problem, because in reality and in the book, he's a very sympathetic character because all he wants to do is understand things. And he doesn't want to become God, but he becomes like God by doing what he did. And then he runs from it. He's so terrified by it. And there's my other favorite avatar right there, Country Shape Media. Yes, I will have revenge.
I only gouge eyes.
I only gouge eyes, the hero. And I got to tell you, some of the lines that De Niro has in this, and in that cave scene in particular, fucking really hits hard. And when he describes how he killed his brother,
The kid. Oh,
I took him by the throat with one hand and lifted him off the ground and slowly crushed his neck. And as I killed him, I saw your face. You gave me these emotions, but you didn't tell me how to use them. Now 2 people are dead because of us. Why? What a great fucking line.
That scene was great. Yeah.
that line suggests that he didn't kill the kid as a plan. It was just rage at aim at Victor, and that's it. He doesn't have emotional control.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
the kid
and- and-
approaches
and
him
that-
in the forest when he's playing the flute, and then the kid just stares at him for a moment. And when the kid runs away, it makes him so sad. And running away, the kid loses that
The locket.
necklace with the
Yep.
locket. And when the creature sees Victor's image, it knows that kid is
Yep.
connected, and that can hurt him by taking him from him.
So
I don't
in
even
that
think he
same
was planning
convers-
to hurt Victor by killing the kid. I just think he went into homicidal rage, and that was all.
No, because he isn't killing everybody he encounters. He is hunting his family down.
It's personal. So anyway, that same conversation, that's when the creature requests a companion, a female, someone like me, so she won't hate me. Victor Frankenstein, like you? Oh God, you don't know what you're asking. And the creature says, I don't know that with the sympathy of one living being, I would make peace with all. I have love in me, the likes you can never scarcely imagine, and a rage the likes of which you would not believe. If I cannot satisfy one, I will indulge the other. Fuck that line. I love that fucking line. That's a great line.
Yeah.
And it is
Hello.
it's from the book.
Hello, Venus girl.
Hi,
Oh yeah,
Andrew.
because it's like Vinkman's Girl. I got to tell you, man, Dark Shadows borrowed from everything. That's why that show's so fucking great. It's a fucking horror soap opera, and I loved when I was a little boy. My grandmother would put that on, and she would sit and watch it with me. I love that memory of my grandma. She'd also sometimes watch the afternoon movie during the week with Cowboy Bob, whose sponsor was Yoo-hoo chocolate drinks. And boy, oh boy, If it wasn't a soda pop, only thing I wanted to drink as a kid was a Yoo-hoo. I'm telling you, look at that makeup they did on him. It's really good. And I like the fucking crazy eye.
Yeah, his left eye. It's brilliant. Very well done.
PCM with Gary Keith, the creature. Is that your nickname for you? Oh, my penis?
No. Disavow.
My penis's nickname is Bob. And
Yeah.
I had a girl ask me, why do you call it Bob? And then I showed her. And she fucking lost her shit laughing. Like, I didn't know guys could do that. I went, yeah.
To cleanse your palate, here we have this video.
By what name are you known?
There are some who call me Tim.
Whatever happened to the icky bing? I miss that video sometimes. I only watched a few episodes of Dark Shadows when I was a kid. I liked the theme, yes, but I wanted more monster action. Yeah, they could only afford so much. You got a Wolfman in there. You did. There was a werewolf in there, and you had, of course, Barnabas Collins, the vampire. So you had vampire action, and he did make other vampires. And I got to tell you, man, I love that show. It was gothic horror. It wasn't modern horror. It was gothic horror. So, Frankenstein placenta on BCM. It really is gross, dude. Sandra says. Chuck Wagon. Cowboy Bob in the Chuck Wagon Theater. Oh my God, you fucking know this? Tim, you've never told me that because I know you live in Virginia. You've lived in the Midwest because that came out of, I think, Cleveland. I think is where that came from. Because in Charleston, we're over on the east side of the state. And so we got TV shows like the horror host Terry on Saturday nights. And during the week, we had Cowboy Bob in the Chuck Wagon Theater. Fuck yeah, dude. Where do you know that from, Tim? The creature told him straight up, if you don't show me some measure of compassion, even if it is only making a companion for me, I will deny you happiness, for you have denied me a chance to heaven. Yeah. I think that is one of the strongest things in this film that I like that he did. And that family abandoned him is why he destroys that house. And don't get me wrong, you do get elements of that in James Whale's movies. You get it in the first Frankenstein a little bit, but more so later, because that's intelligent creature, Boris, in the second film, The Bride, because he's learned and he talks. And nobody can play the creature like Boris Karloff. I'm sorry, nobody. Christopher Lee came the closest. Yeah, in Phoenix, we had another one too. I used to watch on Saturdays. I forget his name, but he was another famous horror host. Yes. Fuck yes. Thank you, Tim. I thought I was like one of the only people who fucking knew who that was when I talked, because I've talked about it before on the show that I grew up watching that. That's the dude right there. Thanks, Tim, for sending that to me, man. Oh, that's great, man. I appreciate it. By the way, remind Patrick when you get a chance, Martin, to occasionally check his shows because like Gambit comments there, and he's had questions for Patrick, and I did say something to Patrick yesterday, and I shared Gambit's comment that if you go check some of your shows, there are comments there, and I like that people are interacting more and more with him. Although
by the way,
I didn't like
by
what
the way,
which I talked to him about that. Don't do that. Don't attack Patrick because he doesn't interact with you during the show. Go ahead, buddy.
by the way, Gambit, happy belated birthday.
No,
That's
it's
right.
his birthday on the 28th. No,
That's
it's the
yesterday.
28th. No, that's the 28th. His birthday. He said
28?
that.
Oh,
Yeah. I took
That's a good
note.
comment. That's a good comment, Gambit. The cinematography got it. Looks like someone took a piss in front of the camera. Who was the DP on this? I've forgotten. I think it's the same dude that worked with Kenneth on other films. Because I will tell you the other thing I like about this film, I like the soundtrack. And that, of course, is Patrick Doyle. He is the composer that works with him on every one of his films, including Thor. Yeah, it's producer. Roger Pratt was the DP on this. Okay, I click on it, nothing happens, so I'll have to open it in a new tab. But he worked on Chocolat with Johnny Depp and Juliette Binoche. 12 Monkeys, Frankenstein. He also did Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter Goblet of Fire. He worked on that shitty movie, The Karate Kid, in 2010. Looking to see, I didn't like that movie, Dorian Gray from 2009. Inkheart had, it felt like a good movie, even though I had problems with that movie. And if it had done better, we probably would have gotten a sequel to it. Great cast. You had Brendan Fraser in it, based on the book. He did the movie Troy too. He was a DP on that film. I had problems with that movie, but I did like.
me too.
So what the fuck happened to him? Let me go back in the 90s. Let's see what he was doing in the 90s. Some of the films I'm seeing here, I liked his work on it. Let's get back to
Okay, before you
on Batman, 1989. Go ahead.
before you continue on your rabbit hole, look at this comment.
Have you ever discussed the TV movie from 1973? I've never heard of this, D-Bud. Is this for real or are you making up stuff? I don't know. It feels made up, man. It feels fake. Is that fake news? D-Bud, are you fucking with me? You're fucking with me, aren't you? Tell me the truth. Don't fuck with me, man. It's super important. I need to know the truth on this. D-Bud. Is that a real movie?
Gambit, you need to get your weekdays straight because October 28th is a Tuesday, not a Thursday.
I've never heard of it, D-Bud. I've never heard of that movie, ever. I don't hear any laughing.
I'm smirking.
I'm too tired.
Nobody can hear a smirk, you bastard. Frankenstein, the True Story, is absolutely my favorite version of Frankenstein. D-Bud, I was teasing you because I fucking know that movie. Michael Sarrazin is the creature, his Adam, and absolutely we are doing it. D-Bud, hear this, okay? I have the guy who wrote the book on the making of that film, who is going to be on our channel next week. His name is Sam Irvin, and he is a filmmaker, writer, and entrepreneur. And because of Mark, the guy who did this artwork, the guy who did this painting, he's a good friend of mine. And I wanted him to come on the show, but he can't. He's got too many things going on this month. So he can't join us. But he says, you know who you need to have? the guy I did that painting for, Sam Irvin, for his book. And it's a gorgeous painting. Look at that. With James Mason and Ilya
Kuryanki. Yes.
And by the way, Jane Seymour in a film where I didn't completely hate her.
Oh.
And the young actor, well known over there, not very well known here in the United States, that played Victor. And it was really good. The whole cast was good. And it is the first one to really show you the Arctic scene. And I love that. So, yes, D-Bud, we're going to do that next week. Getting the book when I saw it existed. I'm on vacation next week, so I can watch the whole show. I hope you're able to join us, man.
You could even be on the show, man.
I would love you to be on the show, D-Bud. You know what? I was shocked. He's a fucking good-looking dude. Got a crappy voice. He sounds like a Pee Wee Herman or something. But he's a good-looking dude. No, I'm just fucking with you. He's got a good voice. Oh, it made a lot of mistakes, brother. There are a lot of mistakes in that film, but I do love that movie.
I'm only halfway through it, but I'm really enjoying it.
If you get the book and it's not signed by Sam, I will connect you so you can get it signed by him, okay? I can also get the artist to sign it as well. I've got
don't make me blush. You embarrassed D-Bud. Bad Gary.
I didn't embarrass him. He knows he's good looking. He's a handsome dude. No, seriously, D-Bud's a good looking dude. But he has a lot more gray hair today. I'll tell you that. But it looks good on him. He's got that silver-haired dad type look to him. Yes, Anima and I knew that. Martin forgot.
Because I forgot everything.
So hate Martin. Hate on Martin. Don't hate on Anima and me. We pay attention to Gambit.
You showed me his comment under one of our shows.
Yeah, I know. I showed it to you. That's right.
I immediately made a note. It's what I do. I write down stuff like that. And then I don't need the notes because I remember it anyway. But Gambit, it's a Tuesday, not a Thursday. Get your weekdays
It's almost
right.
like
A calendar.
I wish you would do that about the movies that we've watched together, because we have to rewatch a fucking movie because I showed her scenes from it. She couldn't remember watching it with me. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, we just watched that last year. So.
We do so much homework for this channel. I want to watch something and just enjoy it once in a while.
Absolutely do that. And if you can get a copy of that book, oh, that'd be great, dude. That'd be great. I can't order the book until I get paid. And I don't think I can do it this month. I looked at what I have to pay on my next paycheck. After my phone bill, I'm pretty much going to be broke. So I won't be able to get
cooling
the book this
system.
month.
You need to get that cooling system.
I got to get that too. That's the other thing
That is
I got to
top
get.
priority.
My phone is too. There are people that need to get a hold of me that can't get a hold of me right now. So there we go.
They can't call you? That is weird. If I get shut off, I can be called. I just can't make calls or send messages. Or be on the internet. But none of phone calls in my direction work. Man, the costumes in this are so beautiful. I'm not a fan of her crazy hair, but the costumes
I
are
don't
so
care.
nice.
Is she, and it's red. So.
And you know what? The thing I thought was with that hair that they would show when her hair catches on fire, when she's being murdered, that or when she's being murdered.
She's dead already.
They would give her that shock look from it, but no.
Yeah.
They make her look like a fucking doll that's been burned. with the hair all the way
Yeah.
down to the scalp, and I was just like, ugh.
When he tosses her body off of the bed, she hits the lamp on the way down, and I think the left side of her hair burns. The right side doesn't. But then when he rebuilds her, it's all like
It's all
singed off.
burned. No, when she rolled over, her entire head was on
Yeah.
fire.
I'm completely with you there, Gambit. Fucking movie.
Jaden is another one of those celebrity kids who only have a job because of their parents, right?
Yep.
I hate that.
Yeah. There was the moment in which they made a big change. Him abandoning the project not because of his fear of reproduction and is reanimated, but just to escape with her. Yeah, there's a long list of those.
Yep.
Oh man, there are days that I myself look like that.
Like
And
what?
and speaking like he's looking there like he hasn't slept in weeks and
Oh,
talking word by word. Oh man.
yeah, we all have days like that.
My God, she's so
She is beautiful. What a gorgeous woman. And you have to like her, even when she plays a horrible character like Bellatrix in Harry Potter. That is a horrible woman.
No, that is
She's
not a
just so
horrible
good.
character. She's just plain crazy. You want to see a horrible character? You just have to see Sweeney Todd. She starts okay,
Yeah,
but
I
the
know.
end, oh my!
He is obsessed with him, is really the problem. She's psycho.
Mm.
And she's good in that movie, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
I love Johnny Depp in it. Don't get me wrong. The two people in that I like is her character and the guy who played the mayor in it was really good. Who finally gets his throat cut.
Yeah, as with many things, I've seen the musical many, many times before I even learned about that movie, but it blew
Yeah,
me away when I finally watched it.
That's Menheim. And what's I forgot their name.
Sweeney Todd?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
oh. Well, while you look for that, I'll have to address this.
Is Mephisto back? You said Jew.
Oh, God. Ah,
What?
I had to endure so much abuse. Where is it?
Sondheim. It's Stephen Sondheim.
Sondheim. That's it. Stephen Sondheim.
Okay. Let me address this.
I've got 5 terrorists going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
Here's another movie the DP worked on that I really liked. From 1991, The Fisher King.
Oh my God, Fisher King.
Oh my God, here's another great movie. Shadowlands. The story of the author who wrote Lord of the Rings. Tolkien. And he fell in love with this American woman, married her, and then she got fucking cancer and died. And he was left to raise her son and adopted him legally
That's sad.
and raised him. Great fucking movie. Anthony Hopkins is in that movie. Good God, Shadowland. I've got a copy of that. We need to watch that. It's just wonderful. And I do believe it was, no, it's C.S. Lewis, Tolkien's best friend. The C.S. Lewis. It's the story of Lewis and how he fell in love with an American writer.
What
I forgot
year
her name.
is that movie? 93.
91. I think 91. Let me look.
Is it
Hold on.
Hopkins and Deborah Winger.
93. Deborah Winger plays
Yeah.
the author that he falls in love with. Boy, she's pathetic as a person today. Good God, she went overboard with her politics. And in fact, I think the character of Tolkien appears in it.
Let me check what. I'm checking the cast in IMDb. So
Joy Gresham is the character Deborah Winger plays. She's an American author that he fell in love with. And just, I mean, he adored her. And he loved her son. And then she just quickly dies. Suddenly, it's a sudden thing. Oh, this is a scene where he rips her heart out instead of ripping her head off.
But of course, we get a sex scene that is not in the book because they never go that far. They never get to that point. But they have to bang in this movie.
neither did in the movie.
Oh, they are.
Oh, no, they didn't got that far.
They didn't get to consummate.
Well, then he failed because he was on top of her for a while.
It happens.
It's called foreplay, Anima.
He doesn't strike me as somebody who would waste time on that. After waiting for so long.
In real life, Branagh would. And by the way, I don't think I said this before, is that amazingly Emma Thompson forgave them both and let Helen know that, you know, that she forgave them. But she said, I love the way she phrased it. She says, it's all just blood under the bridge.
Oh, blood under the bridge.
Yeah, that was a quote. It's a direct quote from Emma Thompson. And the other thing she said, I told her, I said, we have a lot of things in common. And I'm like, I don't know if if she is intentionally trying to sound like she's being catty, but it's funny to me because I think she's a very funny person. And I take her word that she forgave both of them what they did. Now, in the book, he and Clavel are doing this, and then Frankenstein realizes that they could possibly procreate. And instead of just doing a surgery to make sure she didn't by doing like a total tubal ligation, he kills her and destroys her himself.
Before finishing her, though. They're not finished yet when they realize that.
That's when the creature went and killed his bride. And you killed and destroyed my love, I will take yours now. It's called reciprocity. Now, in this one, his obsession with Elizabeth makes him not want to give the bride away. And then when she realizes what she is, she sets herself on fire.
That's an amazing stunt.
Yeah,
It's completely
from
not
the
what
hallway.
happens in the book, but that stunt is awesome.
The movement of that stunt person going across the hall, slamming into the wall, arms moving, reminds me of the dance scene of the mannequin girl in Legend.
Yeah, she
Very
looks like a
reminiscent
broken
of it.
doll.
She
So
does, like a
ugly.
doll that's had all of its hair cut off or burned off or fallen out. One of those old dolls from the 20s or 30s. The hair just comes out.
Love
What a
to
fucking
death.
mess.
Yeah.
And the thing that's interesting is she is torn because she's
But
with
his teacher.
Frankenstein, but then the creature bids her, come to me. And she actually starts to go to him.
Because she has a connection. And when she reaches up and touches her face and realizes why, that's when she decides, no, I'm not going to be this. No.
Well, he is. He's a terrible father. There's no question in the book, too. The terrible father. And but he's not a villain. He is somebody that's doing what he's doing out of a love for science, not understanding that what he's doing is basically making a baby and then leaving it because it's not what he wanted.
One of the basic rules, just because you could do it doesn't mean you should.
This movie.
He's not in there. I could have sworn he was in there.
No, it's not. I just check. It's not. But in this movie, they try to clean up a little his act by in that dialogue with Henry, in which he thinks the creature is dead because of the cholera. However, before that, he was very intent on killing him with an axe.
Now I do like Lewis's brother is played by Edward Hardwicke. Fucking great. Everybody knows him as Watson in the second Watson in the Sherlock Holmes mystery series. Because the first actor did one season, then had to go back to work on stage, and he recommended Edward Hardwicke to replace him. And he did such a good job that a lot of people didn't notice it's not the same actor playing Watson. And he died in 2011. I didn't know he died. Oh, man. Great actor. Edward Hardwicke. He was the perfect Watson. What did he said? The love scene is half-assed. Yeah, you only see half the ass. You don't see the whole ass. But I do agree that the weakness of this film is Kenneth. His directing, his choices in acting. The wrong kind of movie.
Yeah.
Film is the art of subtlety because you get close-ups. You don't get that in stage. Here it is, right here.
Is.
My God, this scene was so fucking incredible. Her coming out of those flames on fire.
And you
slamming
can
one
see
side
on
of
the
wall.
walls the point in which the stunt person has to ignite the thing.
Yep, igniting
Yeah.
as she goes. And then when she falls off the stairwell and it makes the shape of
Splatter.
a fucking star, you know, the splatter. I'm just telling you, that blew my mind. It was one of my favorite moments in the movie. Is that whole scene with her? It's not in the fucking book. It's not in there. It's not in there.
Yeah, but it's one of the most gorgeous stunts I've ever seen. I love fire.
We have
fucking
to keep one
beautiful.
thing in mind.
Because he did. He burned the house down. He did burn the house down. There was
Like
no
he said,
point.
Fire,
Like in the movie 300, what we are watching here are memories related by an how it's called, the narrator,
Unreliable narrator. Yeah.
So I can buy the whole overacting and everything over the top to emphasize the madness of the whole thing. That is the way in which he remembers it.
Okay, I'm going to pause for a second. There's some comments here I want to get to. Pitt putting that blade in his shoulder.
Oh, we're talking about Troy.
I like that movie. I love the action of that film. They left all the mythological aspects out of it. And they did it like it's a movie about reality. And it's like, no, there's a lot of fantastical elements to that fucking story they should have kept in there.
That is one of my problems. The other is the duration of the war. That in the movie the war lasted
went on for years.
And
went on for years.
10 years lasted the war.
The siege, and finally they came up with the idea to get inside using the Trojan horse.
And the other thing is, they destroyed the character of Achilles. Achilles was a nobleman, and they painted like a common thug.
He was a merc. They turned him into a mercenary. Okay, so in the 1818 book or play, that was her original, manuscript, was 1818. And later, it was 1830 or 36. It seems
in
like
the
it was,
1830s, yeah.
her book was published as Frankenstein or the Modern Prometheus, because that's the monster isn't Prometheus. Victor Frankenstein is.
He is Prometheus.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying there. Character ass in nation. Oh my God, Robert De Niro dampens the character. I don't know what that means. Dampens the character. This guy does a good job acting. I don't know who the fuck he is, but he was really good in this too.
I like how he said the guys made mutiny. He's the one who wants the mutiny.
He was exactly.
So no, the guys are going to fuck you up.
Yeah, the guy, it's like, all right, guys, we're going to take over the ship. Hey, the men are having a problem with you, Captain.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
somewhere between 1830 and 1836 is when it finally got published. Let's see.
No, it was published. Eric, it was published on January 1st, 1818, the first edition.
Oh, it was. The manuscript was. Okay, I just know she wrote the manuscript.
And the second English edition was published in 1823 in 2 volumes.
23. Even in the book, since Victor is half dead, when he's telling the story, you have to consider what half of it is what happened and what is fabricated by his exhausted mind. It's possible. I am really curious about the new film by Guillermo. I'm hoping he doesn't fuck it up. Richard Peake presented a play in 1823 called Presumption, yes, which was a fresh melodramatic take on the book.
Not trying to upstage meth, but you have to substitute that double L by an Y. It's Guillermo.
Yes. In 1831, there was the newest version published, which he heavily edited to make it a little less rough. So there you go.
This is great when he swims over to the broken off chunk of ice with Victor on it. Swims over there and sets it afire and stands in the flame.
But he is sad all of a sudden.
I got so fucking emotional watching this scene. It's almost like this scene saved the movie for me, because it's what I pictured in my head when I read the book.
Two things. One, he's so angry and mad at Victor for making him in a way that nobody can like him because he's so ugly. And then he sees him dead, and all of a sudden he's sad. And also they're both drenching wet, and then they just burst into flames. That was weird.
Well, he must be drenching oil. I mean, Victor's body.
Oh yeah, dumps oil on it, but I don't think that was what he was talking about. But I do remember him saying dampen. I know exactly what dampen means. It's to make something moist.
Fuck you.
Oh,
Hate that fucking word.
I don't know why.
And he
Yeah,
has
'cause
crazy eyes.
in the book, I don't recall it being clear that the pyre he's talking about was Victor's body. But that's what I've always thought, is that it's a pyre he's building for him to burn his father, and then stays with him because that is his father. He is all I had.
But his father is not in the Antarctic or North Pole or wherever they are.
No,
They
no,
died
no.
on
The creature sees Victor as his father. Is what Gary said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who you thought I was talking about. Like, who did you think I was talking about?
No, when you say the father, I think of Victor's father because he's also a character.
No, I'm
in this
talking
movie.
about the creature saw Victor as his father, his creator.
Mm.
And I love that line. I get so emotional with that. No matter what problems we had, he was my father. He was all I had. Great fucking moment. Yeah, and it's
I am
implied
done
in the
with
book.
man.
And I'm telling you, I'm going to go back to read it, or if you're going to read it, you tell me it. I don't think it's as actually clear in her writing that the pyre is Victor Frankenstein's body, but I believe that that's what it obviously is, because why else build a pyre? So I've always thought that. Only Maury Povich can figure out who the monster's real father is.
Oh, what are we talking about there?
When I was a kid, D-Bud, Maury did a show on the local Channel 5 that became the Fox affiliate back in the 80s. And it was a little show called Panorama. And he was the host of the show, and that's how I know him. The stuff he did later was really disappointing because he was like a real fucking journalist back in the day. And then it became a shadow of himself. Very disappointing. So there you go, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And I think that it had a Darabont's script probably nailed it best. I've never read Steph Lady's script. I've only read the draft that he did, but it's a draft. It's not a full rewrite. It is a draft, the second draft, and what ended up being the shooting script for the film. So Lady still gets a credit in it. But I thought the makeup in it was really good. The costume's amazing. I loved the sound effects. I loved some of the acting, and I really fucking love the creature makeup. I love one of my favorite moments is where he's running from the people, where they're attacking him, and he ends up hiding
With
dead bodies.
corpses. Yes.
First on the stairs, and then goes up the stairs and jumps out of a window onto a wagon full of dead bodies, because this is taking place during
The cholera plague.
the outbreak of cholera, and people were fucking dying. I mean, plagues have hit before, and scarlet fever was one, because that's what killed Frankenstein's mother.
Okay. I've starred 6 comments for you.
That is a great line. I agree. Yeah, he talks to the captain about his plight being like that of Jesus's, and the captain replied, said Jesus wasn't a slave to vengeance, to which the monster says he had a father who loved him. That's a great line. I like that. Thanks, Country Shape Media, for adding that.
It's
That's a really good
interesting
line.
how in that age, some girl, because she was a girl, it wasn't a full grown up woman. A girl like Mary Shelley's understands the importance of parenthood and the importance of a father and a father figure. our society has told us that
Yeah,
we
she was just,
are
what was
useless.
she? She was like 2021 when she
No,
wrote that.
16. I think she was 16 when she wrote.
No, wasn't it written in 18?
Yeah, 17. Written in 17,
she was-
published in 18.
She was born in the last few years of the 18th century. Like, I'm not sure what year. Fuck it, I'll just look it up. Hold on.
I'm looking it up. 97.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I just pulled it up. She lived from 97 to 51. She died young.
So she was 20 when she wrote it. Private chat, Gary.
Oh. Okay. All right. So yeah, we can wrap up here. Let me get back to the comments. We are going to be doing that 2-part miniseries is called Frankenstein: The True Story, with Michael Sarrazin as the creature. It's also got James Mason in it. James Mason, who sounds like a posh Englishman that needs to take a shit.
Are you sure he's not talking about the 2004 miniseries, Sparter? That's the hallmark with, oh my God, the guy that, I always forget his name. Alec Newman.
It's got Vincent Perez, Parker Posey, Adam Goldberg, and Thomas Kretschmann. I'm assuming Vincent is either Frankenstein or the creature. Crime, horror.
Okay, Mary Shelley was 18 years old when she began writing Frankenstein.
Yeah, because it was at a gathering. She and her husband were with
The Byron.
I just said his
Hello?
Lord Byron. What was his first name? Fuck, I forgot his name.
I never thought about it.
And her husband was Percy Shelley, and there were a lot of rumors about him and Byron. And I'm like, look, man, they're just fucking rumors. You know, you can't do that with historical figures. It's like, and just say they were this. And it's like, you've got to have fucking categorical evidence that shows it, empirical evidence, before you can fucking say shit like that. It's like when people said that Richard III or Richard I was. And it's like, there's no evidence of that. Well, what about when he had to lie prostrate naked in front of his army and beg their forgiveness? I said, if he was prostrate in front of his army for what your suggestion, they would have tied ropes to him and pulled him apart. Because it didn't matter if you're royalty or not. You got killed for that shit. So, no. Actually, I was talking about the one with Luke Goss as the creature. I don't know that film. I don't know that one, buddy. I'm sorry. Percy was her husband's name, Percy Shelley.
John Polidori and Lord Byron were the other two people.
Oh, I thought it was just the three of them.
Not according to Wikipedia. It was 4 of them that had a competition to see who would write the best horror story back in 1816.
Yeah, the one that Country Share Media was talking about is the 2004 2-part miniseries. Alec Newman.
George Gordon Byron, Lord Byron.
Yeah, I would have gone with Lord Byron too.
Yeah, right? Anyway.
Good Lord George Byron.
Let's get out here.
He was an extravagant fellow. Oh, he was indeed. He was. So let's go through the names. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Snorty, first in the house, Gambit, Sauron Baggins. Oh man, fucking cool. Slasher Fred, Lisa Wolf, John Osteen, Castellar Daniel Garcia, Sandra Hammerschlag, D. Bud Martin, The Bosco Scenario, Country Shape Media, Peter Vinkman Fansite, also known as Vinkman's Girl, FKHC 2005, also known as Tim. And I want to thank all you guys for being here today. Great show. Thanks for helping so much today, D. Bud. It means a lot. Yep. And like I said, they had a lot of rumors between him and Lord Byron, which again, I'm not sure if there's anything categorically to prove that, at least to my knowledge. So,
What I have heard is that the four of them were kind of swingers.
I've heard that too. So that's it. We're going to get out of here, guys. Everybody have a great day. We will see you again on Friday, where we do some more Frankenstein, right? One of my favorite Halloween creatures. It's not Dracula, it's Frankenstein. I also love the Mummy. Boris Karloff.
Oh, are we going to do that this month?
The original Mummy? If I can squeeze it in, yeah, I'll fucking do it. I fucking love that movie.
Present.
The original.
Yeah. Because we are halfway through the month and we have done Frankenstein and we have done Kaiju. And there's so much more to do when it comes to horror. I really want to do at least one vampire movie.
I'm still trying to figure out how to do a live stream. Hey, D-Bud, do you know how to do that? If you do, can you get a hold of me privately? Because I want to do a watch-along, and I don't know how to do a watch-along. I was told to use that terrible website that got a game controller for its logo.
Discord? Yeah, man, I don't know. That shit has been hacked.
Yeah,
lately.
they're very anti-conservative, I know.
There has
So.
been. No.
That thing is garbage.
There are security risks.
Yeah, so I don't know what to do. Should we got to figure out a way to do it because I want to do it. Frankenstein and the Mummy are my favorites as well. I agree with you. I'm also a big fan of the Wolfman. We will be doing, instead of the original, we're going to do the 2010 in black and white. Wolfman.
I think
Wolfman's got nerds.
I think we can do a watch alone on Rumble.
No problem, buddy. I was just curious because most aristocrats were high on coke. Very true. Very true. With that, we're going to get the hell out of here, and we will see you on Friday. Keith will be back, I think, tomorrow. I think they're planning a show.
Yes. He's doing a show about Drew.
Oh, good.
Nice.
I'm not going to be joining you guys because I got a bunch of stuff to do tomorrow, but I have so many stories about him. And, man, anyway.
You could write some notes and send them to Keith.
Nah. I will see you guys later. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you on Friday. Take care, guys.
Bye. Everybody.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Matt Damon.